Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell for notifications on future uploads. Hello everyone, Someone Bright here, or you can call me Sully. It's still Halloween, and now I'm looking over a Halloween special from Warner Brothers for their 100th anniversary. And what I'm looking over is a TV movie from one of their subsidiaries, Hanna-Barbera Cartoons. It's executive produced by David Kirshner, known for producing all of these, and is surprisingly in its 30th anniversary. Originally aired on ABC on October 2nd, 1993, it's The Halloween Tree. Director Mario Puzo had made an alright Halloween movie that's based on the book by Ray Bradbury, with alright characters, an alright story, and fine animation. It's Halloween night and a group of kids are getting ready for the holiday by dressing up in their costumes. Jenny as a witch, Ralph as a mummy, Wally as a monster, and Tom Skeleton as, well, a skeleton. But they want to go trick-or-treating with their friend Joe Pipkin, aka Pip, as he's their lead Halloween fanatic. Yet at Pip's home, they find their friend is taken to the hospital. Yet Tom believes it's all a trick, and when they're going to the hospital to visit their friend, they see Pip running away and they follow him. They reach a house believed to be haunted, where they meet a mysterious man named Monshroud, or known as Carapace Calvicle Monshroud, who lives in the house and has a tree in his yard called the Halloween Tree, which is full of pumpkins with different faces. Yet the kids also find Pip, who's a ghost, and takes a pumpkin from the Halloween tree that not only looks like him, but also contains his soul. And Pip soon escapes with his pumpkin through some unknown country. So, using his magic, Monshroud and the kids travel through time to different Halloween pasts to catch and save Pip and the pumpkin, while also learning about why they wear their costumes and the times of earliest Halloweens, from ancient Egypt of the first trick-or-treats, to European Dark Ages of witches, to the French quarry of Notre Dame's construction and gargoyles, to the Mexican boneyards for Day of the Dead. And the movie is written and narrated by Ray Bradbury. I've seen this film years ago as a kid, on a rented VHS I think, and it was kinda forgettable. But there were a few things I remembered, like the sugar candy skulls and what happened to Monshroud at the end, though I do remember the trailer to this more than the film itself, on a VHS of In Search of Dr. Seuss I believe. Yet watching it years later, after only seeing it once, I now find it to be fine. There's nothing too bad in it, apart from an animation error or two, though they're more odd to me than being an error. A couple of odd pauses that felt slightly awkward, and Pip's own character and motivation that I felt was kind of vague and confusing, especially with the scared and stern expressions that he has. I know parts of it get realized in the end, but the way Pip is handled beforehand is a bit much. But I do like Monshroud for his character and personality, even if some of it is quite vague, his character design, his watch, and his voice performed by Leonard Nimoy. Yes, that Leonard Nimoy, as it's so different from his regular voice that it's pretty unique. And is it me, or does part of his shadow look like Fred Flintstone? The kid characters are fine, though Jenny has a fear of heights and overcomes it when flying a broom, and yet the other kids didn't have much fears to overcome, and they would have been more interesting if they did have fears. The use of teaching Halloween past is an okay idea, but it sort of feels light in the education part of it, where the kids learn why they wear their costumes, instead of because it's what they chose to wear and it's fun. I mean, it's not like they're gonna wear the same costume every Halloween, or had them in the years before. But otherwise, the learning bits didn't grab me much, as it felt secondary and kinda forgettable. There's a few interesting tidbits like where the word witch came from, and the spirits returning as animals in the Dark Ages, yet I learned more about Day of the Dead from Coco than this. Not to mention Monshroud says there's 3 mysteries of Halloween's past to solve, yet there's 4 pasts they go to, so why did he say 3? The animation, outside of a couple of errors, is fine, even for Hanna-Barbera. Yet this one has a dark tone and atmosphere that's quite welcome. It's not scary or creepy, but it has a spooky feel without going overboard.
Plus there's some details in the background that do look neat.
The music of John Debney has a haunting quality to it, with the use of choir and its themes that felt as dark as the film itself, that, once again, is quite welcome. Yet overall, The Halloween Tree is an alright Halloween movie. It's not one I'm big on considering the education parts of it and bits of the story, but other stuff like the music, animation, and Monshroud are fine. I didn't mind the educations of Halloween, but I'd wish it was more of a focus or left out, because it was more of a save a kid's soul kind of story, and the learning part wasn't working for me, even if I did get something out of it.
Not to mention that Ireland, where Halloween originated, never gets talked about.
But as a Halloween film at only 69 minutes long, it's fine and offers some decent amount of dark atmosphere and tone. 2.5 plus Halloween Bugs Bunnies. And that is it. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Facebook or X, support me on Patreon, and until next time for more of Halloween. And thanks for your time.